here. This is brand new episode of Don Roten's Real Talk. As you can probably see, I'll be looking at both screens so you can both see me looking directly at you, and also, I can see your comments on Facebook Live right now. Viewer discretion is advised. I do stress that a lot because this will be not only real discussion, unfiltered, uncensored, not politically correct, and you will also get the truth. The truth that normal TV, that's another discussion more more offhand, but normal TV will not tell you. Now, as you probably, I don't know if you're watching normal TV yesterday and the day before, being Friday and Thursday. Had to mentally remember that. The Judge Kavanaugh and Ford hearing. That's fun. That was a very fun thing to see. Now, as you probably know, I do not like the Democrats, but that's not the point. I think the Democrats want to railroad this guy who has worked his entire life for our community, our country, and for every political service that known to man. I mean, this guy literally worked for George Bush when he was with him and his cabinet. I mean, this guy literally led the, how can I say it correctly? The impeachment of Bill Clinton. Now, at that point, I believe, when I found that out, that this whole thing is orchestrated by Hillary Clinton. Now, that's another thing that's my point exactly. I have a picture here. As I show you here. Now, this is live video from the Next News Report. There's Judge Kavanaugh's, not Judge Kavanaugh, Christine Ford's lawyer. Christine Ford's lawyer. The same woman who was standing on her left side in the hearing. As you see, who's she coming out with? That meeting took place before Ford even came out with the allegation against Brett Kavanaugh. Before the night before she came out with the allegation about Brett Kavanaugh. And here's the thing. Yeah, I understand. A lot of people are going to say, "Oh, she's a victim. She's this, she's that." I don't doubt that. I don't. I don't doubt that something happened to this woman. But seeing that picture makes me think, wait a second. She just told some of her, or she said in the hearing, and I quote her, she tells some of her friends what happened. She doesn't say who her friends are. She won't disclose that. Now, in a federal court, if you make an allegation against somebody, you are required to do a full disclosure. You're not supposed to keep things secret. She even took a polygraph test. Now, as most of you know, polygraph test is not valid in any court in the United States because you could say anything you want, be as upset as you want, whatever, and it'll become true because of that. The polygraph maps your emotions and what you say. It's an emotional test. If you're crying and you're upset, that emulates through the test. So it's going to prove you're right. That's why it's not valid. And Democrats are asking Kavanaugh to take the test. He don't want to. And then everybody's saying, oh, he's got something to hide. He's got something that he doesn't want nobody to know. The man is not stupid. He knows that if he takes that test, everything he says will be used against him. Even if he is the honest person in the world, he could pass every question, every test, you name it. The Democrats will use that against him. They'll be used against him. The man has already had allegations of conducting gang rapes, sex trafficking, or whatever. He even had a porn star's lawyer, and I'm quoting the Sunny Daniels lawyer, was the one that said about him conducting private gang rapes. The man is a God-fearing person. He does not condone that stuff. This is the government we are now in. And this, I'm going to say it, this bullcrap is why I created my show. My talk show, and on both YouTube and Facebook Live. You can catch episode 1 on YouTube right now under Real Talk with Donald Robeson. It's the pilot, so. But back to what I was saying. This guy has done a lot of good things to have all this dirt, this fake dirt, and I'm going to say it because it is fake, put on him. This man cannot teach anymore. He can't coach. He can't do anything because of the reputation that the Democrats, Hillary Clinton, and everybody on their side has put on this man. Now, me personally, I believe Kavanaugh. That's my opinion. As a U.S. citizen in this great nation with fucked up politicians, and I exclude my man Lindsey Graham. He was the only one that called it like it is at the hearing. I give much respect to you. You're the only Democrat that can do that on live TV, and got my major respect to the day I die. And also a big shout out to Brett Kavanaugh's opening speech. Didn't expect him to go gung-ho against everybody who is against him, but more power to you. Now I know a lot of people are saying, oh, well, why doesn't he agree to the FBI investigation? News tip. The Federal Bureau of Investigation, when they do an investigation on anything, you could be your taxes or whatever, they only talk to the witnesses. They do not conduct a conclusion. The conclusion is conducted by the courts. They present the information to the courts or wherever they have to present it to, and they are the ones who conduct the conclusion to say you're guilty, you're not guilty, you're going to jail, you're going home, whatever. But every single one of those people on the committee, all the Democrats kept saying was, why don't you want an FBI investigation? Don't you want the end of this? Heck yeah, he wants the end of this. He's got people, all the witnesses that were said by Ford to be at that party, all they kept saying was, we don't remember him, we don't know the guy, there was no such party. Now right there, there was no such party. That should exonerate Brett Kavanaugh right there. it wouldn't my book. And plus, here's another thing. Ford doesn't even know what day the party happened, what month, what year. She doesn't even know what the damn weather was that day. Think here, doesn't know what day it was, doesn't know the weather. Well, the weather's added on by me, but still. Doesn't know what time, doesn't know where, doesn't know what month. If you're being investigated on, you should know what day this happens. Look at all proof. Look at all the people on Law and Order. Even though it's a TV show, still, Law and Order SVU. Every rape victim that's on that show knows exactly when, where, what day, what it was like that day, what they were doing, and why. Simple. Anybody who has a brain and the common sense to listen to it can understand that. Now, right there, if I was on the committee, I would have said this for it. Although you do say that this happened to you, the proof you have is not conclusive enough to even commit to an investigation or to make this allegation correct. Any normal person would say this investigation, this allegation is not worth anything. Then, all the people that she said was at the party, under oath of perjury, under oath, said, don't know the guy, no such party, was not there. Then he has character witness. I could break one thing. His calendar, best decision he made at a young age to have his entire calendar documented. Right there is where his alibi. Right there is where he proves where he was, what he was doing, who he was with, and everybody has backed that up. Then he has a letter of witnesses, sworn witnesses, written documentation stating everything, all the good he's done, everybody that knows him, and that's his character witness. And I mean, the man literally has where he was, character witness, and documentation of witnesses against him, proving that he wasn't there. How much more proof you need? Come on, really? And then yesterday, just because a couple of women stopped this guy, was one senator in an elevator, demanding that they get an investigation, he comes and stops Judge Kavanaugh from getting into the next section on a circumstance that he undergoes a federal investigation before his vote can be fully and the utmost voted on the Senate floor. My message to you, all the senators on Capitol Hill, local, whatever, really think, are you going to damage a man's career by denying him the greatest seat as a judge just because of a woman saying that she was sexually harassed with no proof, no corroboration, no data whatsoever where what happened, when, where, and why, and that she has her lawyers collaborating with Hillary Clinton. And that the question they ask her is, oh, is this not politically motivated? She says no. Bullshit. Bullshit. There is no way after you have one of your lawyers meeting with Hillary Clinton the day before you announce your accusation. The day before. Come on. Now a lot of people are going to say, "Oh, Don, you're trying to be conspiracy. You're trying to put this. You're trying to put that. You're against women's rights." No. What I'm against is a decent man, just because of this Me Too movement. And I'm going to say it live. Just because of this Me Too movement, good men like Judge Kavanaugh get their careers destroyed. And their futures destroyed. And their families' reputation destroyed. Just because some woman wants to get paid. This is my opinion on what happened. Kavanaugh gets noticed a while when he does in the hearing. Now that doesn't make sense. Any normal man would, any normal case of sexual harassment, whether it be in the lawyer's room, whatever, you would expect the victim to automatically come forward. Look at the Henry Weinstein case. People started coming forward. After one came forward, everybody started coming forward. That's what started this whole damn Me Too movement. Now, I'm not against it. I'll say that right now. I'm not against it. I'm not a Me Too hater, or whatever you want to call me. What I'm against is good men and good women. That's another thing. You don't see a woman in this whole Me Too movement. You never seen a woman had the same thing happen to her. Why is that? You don't see a guy saying that Betty Lou down the street sexually harassed me before I became senator of Timbuktu. You don't see that. But if a guy does it, oh no, that guy is a bad person. This Me Too movement is ruining a lot of people's lives. Now, I'm not going to say that if the guy did do it, not Kavanaugh, but if a case came up where the guy actually did do it, I would want justice served, wherever that extent may be. But if a guy didn't do it and you pay somebody $300,000-$400,000 or whatever to say, hey, Bob sexually harassed me in a locker room before I went to win the championship and go to the World Series. But here's the thing, Bob was never there. Bob was out in the bleachers with his team. But just because Becky Lou in the back has a grudge against Bob, somebody pays Becky Lou, say, hey, I'll give you $40,000. Make something up. Come on. Be real. That's the problem with this Me Too movement. That's the problem the way this world is now. I mean, my father, he's friendly with everybody. He'll give you a high five, pat on the back, pat on the shoulder. He is friendlier than Barney. Barney. Except when you piss him off, but that's another thing. He is friendly. Now, here's the thing. My dad tries to be friendly with all sexes, men and women. He knows a woman. He'll come up, tap him on the back of his shoulder, and say, "Hey, sweetie." They give him a hug, say hi, that type of thing. he's being nice. That's the problem. Sorry, I thought somebody was coming up the steps. But that's the problem with the world nowadays. You could be the nicest person in the world, but if somebody has a grudge and somebody else pays that person that has a grudge against you, and you have people around you that know that you're friendly, but they see you hugging somebody, some woman, even though you're best friends with that woman, you can be best friends, but somebody pays that person and say you sexually harass them. Come on, really? You gotta be a rocket scientist to figure that one out. That's why I'm saying now to the senators and men and women of the Senate, as a citizen of the United States of America, I urge you, before this investigation by the FBI is done, I recommend and I urge you to really think, are you going to let this woman, who probably got paid to make these allegations against Judge Kavanaugh, win? When she has no proof, no corroboration, and no evidence. And like I said before, in any court, those three things is the ultimate deciding factor, not only from a sentencing, but to decide where to go from there. This man is trying to have the best office in the world. But follow me on. Yeah! I'll be right there. Follow me on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, you name it. This is another episode of Real Talk with Don Robeson. Enjoy your night.